Hello, so today I tried building something different. I think it looks alright. I don't think it's too great. I mean, I've said this before, I don't think anything I've made is too great, but yeah, I think this is okay. It's kind of out of my comfort zone. It's like a modern style build, and I don't really do those very often. To be honest, I'm pretty happy with like the interior. I just don't really like the roof because I thought, well, if it's modern then it probably wouldn't have like a normal roof, so I kind of did that, but I don't know, it just looks a bit unfinished to me. But as I've said before, I went through the hassle of recording my screen, so waste not, want not. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this. So this is kind of like a modernish kind of bachelor pad style place. This is the kind of place I can imagine like a young male sim to live in. Probably has a bit of money, he's doing all right for himself with his job. Commitment issues, probably. Yeah, I think he probably gets quite a lot of action in this place. I went for a very monochrome, not much colour sort of vibe because a lot of, I don't really know many bachelors or many, I don't know many successful men, but the successful men that I've heard of or that I know of or that I happen to know personally, they all have very similar furnishings. They all go for the same kind of vibe in their house, which is very like black and white or dark brown or not really a lot of colour. I think it kind of like a sleek kind of look, which isn't my go-to. Like usually I get most enjoyment from building things that have a lot of colour because that's my own style. Like my apartment has a lot of colour in it. Probably isn't, the most visually pleasing, but I do like, having colourful things, and especially with like Sims builds, my favourite thing to build are family homes. Sometimes I get a bit bored of them because they get a bit samey, so I try and think of new things, but they never really turn out as good as what I think they're going to. I think because it's just not my area of expertise. So yeah, I think this looks alright, but I didn't really enjoy making it because it just feels a bit boring to me. But yeah, I can see this as a bit of a lad house. Single guy, has his mates round, loves football, full of banter, the house probably. But I find I never really know what to say when I'm trying to narrate these things. I just end up telling some kind of story because that's one of my favourite things to do. I'm not very good at thinking of things to say on the spot, and I can be a bit awkward sometimes in social situations, but I can't really think of any stories at the moment. But although this morning I was looking through my phone and I googled the same thing I google every now and again just to see if there's any update, which is when we can finally expect the release of Wolf Among Us 2, which is a brilliant game. If you haven't played it, it's definitely up my street. It's not like The Sims. It's not like a free play game, but yeah, it's a really good one, so I like to check in every now and again to see when it's going to come out. So yeah, I played it for the first time not even that long ago, like maybe a year and a half ago, and I thought it was fucking brilliant. And then when Telltale Games said that they were going to do another one, I was like, yes, tracking that, can't wait. And then of course it got cancelled, but thankfully it's coming back now. So yeah, every now and again I just quickly Google it just to see where are we with this. When can I expect it? Because although The Sims 2 is The Sims in general is my favourite game, I don't really know which of The Sims is my favourite. Probably Sims 4 because it's newer and I like the way it looks. But yeah, Sims has always been my favourite game. But aside from this, I tend to go for more like story-based decision-making games, like, Life is Strange is up my street, Beyond Two Souls is up my street, the kind of games where you just do decision-making and then whatever happens is down to you and you decide. And yeah, I like those kind of games. And also I quite like scary movies, but there is nothing scarier than a scary game. because it's all on you. You have to make all those moves. So yeah, I quite like scary games as well. Games like Until Dawn, that was quite good. Outlast, that one really fucking shit me up. I couldn't even play that. I had to get my husband to play it, and I was going to sit back and watch because that one scared the shit out of me. But yeah, anyway, as I'm recording this, it's about 2:05 in the afternoon. And a few of my friends back home, they've all met up at my friend's house. They're pre-drinking for girls' night out, and I said I would join them, so I'm going to chime in to them in a little bit and have a drink with the girls, because it's never the same if they're drinking and I'm not. But the trouble is, because of the time difference, so I'm in Texas, so it's 6 hours ahead of the UK. No, behind, sorry, 6 hours behind. So for them, it's like 8 o'clock at night, and for me it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so we're all drinking the same, we're just having a laugh, but the difference is I end up getting twat-faced at, in early afternoon. So before I even go to bed at like 10, 11 o'clock, I'm already hungover because it's been that long since I started drinking. That's one of the downsides of living in a different time zone to your mates, is that try as you might to join in and be part of the, the drinking and the girls, the gossiping and the girls' night out. It does have its downsides, which is that, my husband's going to come home about 6 o'clock my time, and I'm just going to be on the floor because I would have had about 2 pints, so I'd be fucked, because that's all it takes. So yeah, it's not all roses. Everything else is great, but that is the one downside, is that if I try and get drunk with my friends, the rest of the day is just a write-off. And probably tomorrow will be a write-off, so I might sound a bit groggy tomorrow, because I do like to do my voiceovers every day. So yeah, I'm sure you won't even need me to tell you what video I'll be doing tomorrow. You'll be able to hear it in my voice. Hello. But anyway, that's the end. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to. Not forcing you. Have a good day. Bye.